Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel today, where we're back with an albeit delayed episode 15 here of Rebuilding West Indies. Going to be playing England again in our third test match, and hopefully we can get a result. So let's run the intro and get back into this cricket captain series.
Lara's down the ground. That's going to be his first six.
Oh, that's bold.
This time, go and look for that one.
So then we have got the coin toss out of the way. We lost the coin toss and we are going to bowl first here in this third test match. So we're going to start things off with Alzari Joseph, and we're going to make sure first of all that we set our user defined fields. So we're going to start off with the fast bowling fields we have set just to try and pick up a wicket early doors. So we're going to play it kind of off stump, and we're also going to play this one just to the off stump as well. We're going to keep it pretty much a pretty decent line, and we're going to start things off there with 3. So we're going to make sure first of all obviously that we're on low chances only, and we're going to go through and play the first couple of overs. So we're going to set the field for Lewis as well while we're here, just so we can kind of ratchet through the first few overs in the game, and we're going to pretty much keep things as they are. I think what we're going to do for this guy is we're going to come around the wicket with Joe Lewis, keep Alzari Joseph going the same way. And England are currently on their way to 26 runs in this game in the first session. I'm just going to ratchet down the defensive nature of the bowling a touch as well, just so we can try and give away less runs, really. So we'll go down to 1 with Joe Lewis. So actually we'll change him. We'll bring in Jason Holder, and we'll bring in the field settings that we've already set for him. So we're going to play it on, and we're going to swap Alzari Joseph. Now we're going to bring in Chemo Paul, and Chemo Paul can have the same settings as Jason Holder. He's going to be coming over the wicket though, and we're just going to set that, so we should be pretty much okay there. So England have made 57 without loss in the first session of play, and we're now on to the lunch interval. So England 69 without loss, at Alistair Cook on 40 with Keaton Jennings on 27. We haven't made the breakthrough just yet that I was kind of hoping for. So we're just going to continue. And it's Chemo Paul here into Alistair Cook. Ball goes behind, but unfortunately there was no edge on it. And England are doing all right here. 90. Oh, but that could be the first wicket of the game. And that is it. That is it. Holder gets Alistair Cook there. Caught plumb. LBW. Tried to come down the line and play a shot through the covers, but the extra bit of pace on the Holder delivery there managed to pick up that wicket. And that does bring in Joe Root now. And Joe Root is going to be a real tricky one for us to play. We're going to try and switch things up, I think. Yeah, so we'll change Holder, who managed to get that breakthrough wicket for us. I'm going to bring Lewis back into it, and we're going to also make sure that we've set a decent enough offside field for him. And it's Lewis now into Root. And Root, looks like it's going down the leg side. The umpire shakes his head, but it was a good delivery that from Lewis rather, who started off really well. Now Paul, we're going to swap, and we're going to bring in Alzari Joseph again. And again, we're going to set our custom-made field settings just to see if we can get another wicket. Now it's the tea interval on day 1. England are 131 for 1. We did pick up the wicket of Alistair Cook, the captain, early doors, which is good. We've got Joe Root and Keaton Jennings at the crease, and Keaton Jennings is on his way to a good score here, but it's Alzari Joseph with a delivery. Does he get an edge? The ball does cut back after going past the bat, but it's just a bit of swing, which we obviously accounted for. Now I'm just going to try and pitch it a little bit higher up the pitch and see if we can pick something up from there. So Lewis needs to be rested. We're going to bring in Jason Holder again, who's going to come back into the crease and see if we can pick up a wicket. Now Joseph needs to be rested. We're going to bring Shy Hope back in for his first spell of the game, really. So we're going to bring Shy Hope in. We're going to kind of play a longer line first of all. The new ball is available. We will take the new ball. England are on the way to a good score here, I believe. They're 219 runs to the good here. Jennings has just got his century. Playing really well in this innings, Jennings. Now, Holder into Jennings, and he's bowled him. Great delivery. Jason Holder gets the wicket of Keaton Jennings, who goes for 100 runs off 266 balls. Now, that brings in Johnny Bairstow. Now, we're going to come back around the crease to him. End of day one, and England sit on 228 runs for 2, and I'd say probably they have the advantage at this point. They've certainly started proceedings really well here. Now it's Hope in towards Bairstow, and he edges it, but it's dropped in the slips there. I think that might have been Joseph that put the catch down, but that is a wicket that could have gotten away from us there. So we've got Holder now doing the bowling. And England are racing away towards 300 here for just 2 wickets down. We're going to switch things up. We're going to bring Bishu into the bowling, and we're going to play a longer line for him. We're also going to swap down onto defensive, and we're also going to make sure that we've got our user-defined field set. So we're going to try Bishu. Now Bishu now into Joe Root. Is this going to be the first wicket of the game? It's 3-13 for 2, and it just escapes the outside edge. Joe Root beating all ends up, and we're going to swap, and we're going to bring Alzari Joseph in at the opposite end. Just get a mixture of spin and pace coming at the batsman, trying to confuse them. Now it's Joseph into Root, and it's bowled him. Joe Root has gone. Great delivery, Alzari Joseph, but it was a no ball. And Joseph into Root again. Is it LBW? Has he got his compensation for that no ball? But unfortunately not. Joseph now into Root again, up in the air, and Alzari Joseph catches it, caught and bowled. Alzari Joseph. Joe Root has finally gone for 130 runs. Great delivery from Joseph, who pretty much had his man beforehand, but unfortunately for him, it was a no ball. So Joseph now into Johnny Bairstow, edged in behind, caught in the slips by the keeper, and he has gone. Johnny Bairstow goes, caught for 44 by Shimron Hetmeyer. Now, England are currently 344 for 4 here. We've got Ben Stokes and Moeen Ali in the crease, and we're starting to get a few wickets now, which is a good sign. It's the lunch interval on day 2, and I'm going to hope now that we can start to press through this bottom order. Now it's Bishu into Stokes, who comes out, tries to play it, misses it, but the umpire reckons that was going down leg. I'm not too sure. Now that's leg side, don't need to worry about that. Now it's Joseph into Stokes. Oh, does he get an edge? That's possible. A thin outside edge. The umpire shakes his head again, and we get away. Joseph now into Moeen Ali. Oh, and again, just beating that outside edge. Bishu now with the delivery into Moeen Ali. Good delivery by... Oh, beats the inside edge. Lovely delivery. Nice bit of turn that from Bishu. We're going to change Joseph, and we're going to bring Lewis back into the bowling action, and he's going to... I'm going to have him coming round the crease, actually. Lewis now into Stokes. Does he get anything on it? No, he does not. Bishu now into Stokes. Is Ben Stokes about to go? England 4-14, and it's edged in behind and caught in the slips. What a catch there from the fielder, and Bravo manages to catch Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes gone for 35, and that brings Hamid into the crease, and we have now got still quite a task though. They're on 4-19 for 5. Is that LBW? Looks like it's outside the line, and the umpire definitely agrees with that. Bishu's done quite well since coming into bowl. He hasn't really picked up much in the way of wickets. He's just picked up one solitary wicket, but he has managed to keep the runs down to a reasonable level. England 4-6-3 for 5. Is it going to be 6? Ali comes out to try and play a slog sweep. Misses the ball though. They're surely going to be declaring. We're going to take the new ball again, and we're going to switch up the bowling here. So we're going to bring Joseph back into bowl this end, and we're also going to swap this guy in now for Jason Holder, who has picked up a couple of wickets in this game so far. And we're going to make sure that we're going to get Holder to come round to the left-hander, and we're going to get Joseph to stay pretty much the same. We're going to also make sure we've got Joseph on our field settings that we wish to have. We're going to also just try and pitch it up a bit more to Moeen Ali. Holder now into Hamid. Does he get an edge? He does. And it's carried right the way through to the fielder. And Hamid has gone. England now 506 for 6 here. Really great innings this from England. Now Joseph into Ali. Edged and gone. Caught close in. Great catch there from the fielder. And Moeen Ali goes for 86. Caught by Chanderpaul off the bowling of Joseph. Stuart Broad is now into bat. And it's Joseph now into Wokes. Does he get the edge? Dropped anyway by the keeper. Holder now into Wokes. Holder's been really good in this game. That's no good. Holder into Wokes. It's high in the air. Is it going to be caught on the boundary? Yes, it is. Great catch on the boundary there. And we have got another wicket. It looks like it might be Bashu that picked it up. No, it was Lewis that caught the catch on the boundary, which is great stuff. And Holder picks up another wicket. He's done really well in this game. Let's have a quick look at the bowling card. Holder has picked up 4 runs for 4 wickets rather for 100. Joseph 3 for 136. Good bowling from your man there, Jason Holder. And we're just going to try now to just wrap things up a little bit. We haven't got much in the way of batsmen outstanding in this England team there. 5-1, 4 for 8. And I think potentially we could get them all out for 5-25, 5-30. And that is the first man down, and it's ball gone again to Holder, who gets his first 5 for in this series. Great bowling there from Jason Holder. And Holder now into Anderson. Is he going to get the last man out? No, he's not. And Joseph now into Broad. Oh, that's close. That is close. Is the umpire going to give it? He says no. Outside the line. Joseph now into Broad. Beats the outside edge. And they manage to escape again. Now it's Alzari Joseph into Stuart Broad. But that has got to be close. Possibly leg side. Joseph into Broad. Edged in behind. Caught by Shimron Hetmeyer. And the West Indies pick up their 10th man. And England are all out here for 540 runs. A massive lead here for England. Now we've got Shimron Hetmeyer and Evan Lewis who are going to open the batting for us, and we're going to play the first over, and it looks like we've got a highlight with the first ball. Surely not a wicket on the first ball. Thankfully not. End of day 2. We are 534 runs behind. We've got Hetmeyer and Lewis doing the batting at the moment. Anderson into Hetmeyer, who plays and misses. Good delivery that from Anderson. Broad into Hetmeyer. Oh, I think he's got him there, you know. No, maybe not. Hetmeyer's playing quite well so far. Broad into Lewis. Oh, I think that could be our first wicket. And the umpire puts that finger in the air. And Evan Lewis has gone. Stuart Broad with the breakthrough. LBW bowled for 20. And unfortunately, we have lost Lewis. Now, that brings in Tegenarine Chanderpaul. We're going to just up the aggression of Hetmeyer a little bit. Broad now into Chanderpaul, who takes a big swipe at it. And he's got the inside edge, a thin edge at that. And that has gone through. And that is a second wicket down here for the West Indies. Not a great start by any chance of him. Oh, and it's another edge. Blackwood gone. West Indies collapsing here. Oh, desperate stuff this. Caught and bowled by Ball. Pretty much the third delivery that he faced. And already we are massively on the back foot here. Shimron Hetmeyer on 46. Oh, he's about to get done for LBW, and Hetmeyer has gone for 46. LB off the bowling of Stokes, which brings in Darren Bravo. Now it's Darren Bravo and Shy Hope who are in the crease here for us. We play a nice shot through there. Good shot. The comeback for 2. Surely it's not going to be a run out. It's not. Oh, just gets back just in time. Very close indeed. Lunch interval on day 3. And we are 457 runs behind. We need a big partnership here from Hope and Bravo. Are we going to get it though? I'm not too sure now. It's Stokes and he's took Bravo's leg stump clean out of the ground. Oh wow, we are being outclassed in every department here by this England side. And Shy Hope is managing to stay in there. Holder edges it to short leg and he has gone. Ben Stokes with another wicket. Jason Holder just absolutely clueless here. The whole team are just really struggling against this England side on this pitch. And we're limping to 130 for 6. Ali into Paul. Oh, and it's a poor shot selection there from Chemo Paul. And he has gone caught by Joe Root off the bowling of Moeen Ali. Good delivery that from Moeen Ali. Now we're going to have to go on the defensive, I think. So we're going to try and keep Shy Hope on strike. Wokes now into Lewis and bowled him. Great delivery, Chris Wokes. Middle stump out of the ground. Clean, precise delivery. And that is another wicket there for England. And we need 203 runs here to avoid the follow-on. Shai Hope is the only one, really, aside from Shimron Hetmeyer, who performed any form of defence to this team. We've really struggled here against England. Shai Hope really performing with the bat. Bishu takes a swipe at it. We just haven't been good enough today. 52. Shai Hope gets his 50, and he deserved 50 at that. Bishu edges in behind to the keeper, and it has carried. The umpire puts the finger in the air, and that is another wicket there for James Anderson, caught by Johnny Bairstow. And Shai Hope now has just Alzari Joseph alongside him, as we are 156 for 9. And just, what can you do really when this is happening? Just gonna up the aggression now on Shai Hope. Just try and get a little bit of a total back. We need to get 160 odd runs to avoid the follow-on. Joseph is missing. The light has been suspended. The light is too poor, so play has been suspended. So we've lost 23 minutes of play. It's the end of day 3, and potentially that is not the end of the world. Now I'm just going to bring down Shai Hope because we're on the new day now. And Alzari Joseph edges it. Great catch in the slips, that Collingwood-esque there from Joe Root again. What a catch that was. Alzari Joseph goes to 12. A decent knock by his standards. Now we're going to have to go back into bat again. We've not managed to avoid the follow-on. And we have now got the 2 openers back into the crease. And it's going to be Broad into Hetmeyer. And Hetmeyer was gone. Oh, wow, this is ridiculous. Now, Broad picks up his first wicket of the second innings here. LBW, Hetmeyer goes for 1. That is not good at all. Chanderpaul, Broad edges it straight back down at him. And Chanderpaul, oh, wow, caught and bowled. Stuart Broad, Chanderpaul goes. And all of a sudden, we are 4 for 2. And struggling, really struggling here. Broad now into Evan Lewis. Broad is ripping through this opening, and Evan Lewis has gone for 9. We're absolutely being dominated here by England, and Shai Hope is possibly the only man that we've got out there that can do anything based on that first innings performance. Now it's Wokes now into Blackwood, who gave away his wicket cheaply in the first innings. Is he going to do it again? Wokes into Hope, and Hope has gone, and all hope has actually gone and left us. If you're watching this, it's probably best to turn off now because this is only going one way, guys. This is only going one way. Blackwood now moves on to 20. We've got 30 odd minutes left of this session, the first session on day 4, and West Indies are really under the cosh. Blackwood now moving on to a respectable score, so we're just going to up his aggression a little bit. We're at the lunch interval day 4, and to be honest, we are still 200 odd runs behind, which is not good. We've got Bravo and Blackwood in the crease. Great shot that from Blackwood, who races away to the boundary for 4. And we're coming close to hitting the 100 mark. Blackwood is about to get his 50. He does indeed. And he crashes one for 4 to get that 50. Now, these two are forming a reasonable partnership. Or were, certainly. Broad into Blackwood. Tries a pull shot, but unfortunately gets cracked in the chest. Broad into Blackwood again, takes another wild swing. We're just going to drop his aggression down a little bit because I think he's... and he's gone. Caught in the slips. Good delivery that from Stuart Broad. Blackwood edges it to Alistair Cook, and he has gone for 69. Now, at least that was a decent innings that from Blackwood. It's probably the first decent innings in which he has given us. So we're just going to try and press things on now because I can't see us being able to win this or even get a draw. We're still 200 odd runs behind. Bravo edges it in behind to, looks like Alistair Cook again with a great catch off the bowling of James Anderson, and Cook again with those safe pair of hands getting that vital wicket. Anderson into Paul. Oh, and Paul possibly outside the line. And gone. Ball gets the delivery of Chemo Paul. That does actually kind of rhyme as well. Jeremiah Lewis now is in there. And we've got a very, very tough time ahead of us. Wokes now into Jason Holder. Gets outside of it. Don't worry about that. T interval day 4. We've lost 23 minutes worth of play so far. Jason Holder is the man in which we're going to need a big innings from here. We've moved on to 200. Are we going to get out? No. Great shot. Cracked over defielders and away to the boundary for 4 by Chemo Paul. Really nice shot that. No, Wokes into Jason Holder, and that comes right the way back. Has he got him? Yes, he has. The umpire sticks his finger in here, waves that finger, and we have picked up another loss now. Lewis with a good shot, but it's not good. It's caught in the gully. Great catch. And then we've lost another one. Lewis goes for 22, and that brings in Alzari Joseph and Devendra Bishu, our 2 bowlers now, which are going to try and get us through to the end of day 5, which is clearly not going to happen. So let's get things over with and chalk up another defeat. And we didn't have to wait long for that, did we? Because Wokes has just got Joseph. Now, this has been a very poor performance. We have lost by an innings and 146 runs. To be honest, I don't feel like I've done much wrong there. I think the field settings were quite decent for the game that we were playing. I just don't think the team turned up at all in any way with the bat or ball. And I think it's going to take a little bit longer than I expected in which to get this team back firing. I think England are probably overpowered on this game as well. So join me again in the next episode where we're going to move on to episode 16. We have got a 20-over international night against England, which is going to be coming up in tomorrow's episode. See more Cricket Captain content, have a look over there. There should be some videos coming up, new episodes of Rebuilding West Indies. And also, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, make sure you pop down there and hit that subscribe button. We've got more stuff coming up on the channel in the next few months. And also be sure to check out my Football Manager content. But for today, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next episode.